Hey there, Undertow viewers. You may have caught my last Zelda review a long time ago I did on here for Oracle Seasons. Well, I'm finally able to review another Zelda game that Derek hasn't snatched up yet. And even though this game is no Ocarina of Time, it's still a classic hit. I have for you, dear Undertow viewers, Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass for Nintendo DS. This game came out in 2007 and was the first DS game I actually purchased. This was a very smart buy and I can't say I would ever regret it. Now, Phantom Hourglass takes off a little after Wind Waker's end, and you're on a ship with the lovely Tetra, or Zelda, which she doesn't actually want to be called. And you and your crew are searching for the legendary ghost ship. Well, sure enough it shows up, and sure enough Tetra, is goofy enough to go aboard it, and after a loud shriek, Link jumps to climb aboard and is washed away by the water because he misses his jump. Link ends up on an island and must obviously start finding a sword and learning about what he can do to save Zelda. Link is joined in this new adventure by many different companions than in the regular Zelda games. He teams up with a captain named Lineback. Now, Lineback is kind of a jerk, but he has a steam-powered boat that Link can use for him doing different things, such as pulling treasure up from the bottom of the ocean. You also have your fairy in this, whose name is Sela. You'll find her very helpful. You'll find out in Phantom Hourglass that your stylus is your best friend. This game incorporates an amazing use for it. For instance, you swipe it to hit with your sword, drag it for walking, spin it in a 360 for a sword spin. It also has awesome uses with other items Link obtains too. One in specific being your boomerang. You'll basically draw a pathway when trying to use this object, and when you let go, your boomerang follows the exact path you drew for it. And your map in this game is also different than in others. You're constantly pulling your map down to your stylus screen to make notes on it. Whether it's X marks the spot or trap, you'll notice these are helpful hints that you leave for yourself. I would never be able to make it out of the Temple of the Ocean King if it wasn't for my notes. This temple is probably the only downside in this game. It leads to backtracking and constant frustration. Multiple reasons are attached to this. One being, you're on a time limit. In different areas in the game, you'll be able to make up for it by adding more sand to your hourglass, but you still have to watch and keep track, because if you use up your time in this temple, you'll get kicked out. Number 2, the guards inside are annoying and you want to make it past them as fast as possible. Number 3, the little safe zones. There aren't enough of them. When running past guards and having to find safety if they catch you, it just gets so frustrating after a while. The temple is necessary though because it generally gives you your next clue for your next dungeon. Now when you eventually get to a dungeon, dungeons in this game aren't that difficult. Like I said, it's that temple that's the biggest pain in your rear end. Battles that can and will frustrate you though will be the ones against things in the ocean. Whether you're shooting your cannon at a fish attacking you or another pirate, you'll know that it just gets annoying and shooting with your stylus here is not always the most effective. I've noticed a pattern though with Zelda handhelds. They're usually just as fun as the console games. A lot of the time the storyline is very different, but that's okay. I'll let all the Ganondorfing happen on my Nintendo consoles, and let all these other bad guys invade my handhelds. The Phantom Hourglass is a game that will consume your time and be worth the price you pay for it. It really is a wonderful experience, and hate it or love it, but I honestly feel it's way better than the Wind Waker was.